I have played thousands of hours of Destiny 2. You know, that game everyone says is dead. I've raided gods, I've min-maxed armor, I've argued about perk rolls and combinations like it's a court case, and everybody but me is on trial. So naturally, I assumed I was ready for Halo Combat Evolved. I was not ready. I was a blueberry with amnesia, cosplaying in green power armor, thinking I knew exactly how to play this game. What's up, everyone? It's Dr. Lightning94, and today I'm doing something I should have done years ago, playing Halo Combat Evolved for the first time. We're starting at the very beginning, the Pillar of Autumn. Now, I'm coming at this with a Destiny 2 background, which means 1. Shooting things that scream and explode. 2. Being told to either bank moats, capture the objective, or run back and forth between these 2 different maps you have to load into every time to quest progress, because reasons. And 3. Having my best, most favoritist weapon, even though it is very much not the meta, sunset because it was too emotionally supportive. But Halo? Halo's different. Halo's older. Halo is... how do I put this politely? It's a pristine, beautiful museum exhibit that can still punch you in the teeth while you're not even expecting it. Now, my friend FoeHammer is playing with me, offering to teach me like the Halo veteran he is. Bless his heart. And he is too. He did lasso Halo 2, which he claims makes him a masochist, and I'll understand later. Note, after further research, I very much do understand later. Wow. But like I said, his gamertag is FoeHammer, which I thought was, just a name. Like, I chose Dr. Lightning. There's 100 reasons young me chose that. I don't know why I've stuck with it. It's just kind of a thing at this point. But as it turns out, it's named after a character in Halo, who happens to be a very important character in this very game, no less. So either that's a fun reference, or I've been friends with a walking spoiler this entire time. Maybe I need to go talk to Xur some more about that timeline stuff he keeps going on about. We begin with Master Chief waking up from cryo-sleep, which is relatable to how I feel logging into Destiny after a 2-week break. Or a 2-hour break. You know how it is. Everybody's like, Chief, do you know where you are? Are you okay? Can you see us? And Chief's like, no. That's all he says. And I'm just in my head like, same. Now, something to note here. You will see I start out on anniversary graphics. I was not the session host because it would not let me be the session host without extreme lag because Master Chief Collection is just apparently is rude. So I will be turning those off in a bit, but you will probably see me go back and forth at times because I have awful eyesight, and I could not see genuinely at some parts on normal graphics, even though I thoroughly enjoyed having the game at normal graphics. So please bear with me with that. This is my first time. So the first thing I immediately do here is begin to test movement like a Destiny player. I try to sprint around the room. There is no sprint. Halo says, walk with purpose, O wise warrior. I try to slide. There is no slide. Halo said, you're going to approach this combat like a space refrigerator who owes the Covenant rent. But we do have melee, and that's universal. If it has hands, it has a solution. Then, as soon as I get my bearings, the ship starts getting boarded, alarms go off, and everybody's immediately like, Chief, the Covenant are here. Bear in mind, because we were in co-op, I had no tutorial. My tutorial was FoeHammer. That was an interesting choice, to put it nicely. Then, I go through the hall, and it's like as if the Covenant just spawned in like it's a public event. Continue through, and I see my first elite. Let me tell you, as a Destiny player, my brain goes, oh, cool, a major. Halo goes, no, that's gonna be a problem, and it has knees. I shot him. He did not respect it. The shield flares are like Halo's way of saying, nice damage, do it again, but this time, actually try. Or, as the kids call it, get good, scrub. Then, I eventually pick up a plasma pistol and watch FoeHammer pick up a plasma pistol. Not necessarily in this mission, but just various times through my experience. And then I realized, oh yeah, this is Destiny 2. We're doing the shields and the match game. I understand now. It's also why you see me reloading religiously. That's the one thing that game has taught me. Never let it auto-reload. You will get in trouble. So I try to overcharge the plasma pistol and miss so hard the shot probably hit Halo 3. Co-op in this level is basically two people, whether it be you and a friend or you and Cortana, because she counts as a person, I don't care what y'all say. You try to navigate the ship while aliens invade, explosions go off, and you don't know what's coming around any corner. Which is also how it feels doing a day one raid with LFG. Do not recommend. Immediately, I discover and are established the three Halo truths. First, Marines will sprint into danger like they owe it money. They will stand in front of your shots. They will not take shots for you. They will more than likely make you die at least once unless you know exactly what their AI is probably going to do. Number 2, elites had the cardio of Greek gods. My playthrough here is going to be on heroic the entire time. There was the option of legendary, and I thought about it, but I eventually decided, because I did not have much experience with the universe, even though, Halo is famous. Yes, I know, I live under a rock. That I wanted to appreciate the story at least a little bit, but I also wanted somewhat of a challenge, so we agreed to do it on heroic this first time and go back and do a legendary run later once I was more comfortable. Which, in hindsight, I'm very glad, because there were some very awkward times while I was trying to get used to some of the controls as we go further through the game. Number 3, grenades are not weapons. They do not land with extreme accuracy. They are not perfect. They are negotiations. They're negotiations with the enemy, trying to back them into a corner and make them cause damage to other things while they try to just kamikaze you and run into you. And more than once that backfired in my face. A good fourth one, if there were to be a fourth one, is quit being as aggressive as you are in Destiny 2. As stated, Chief's a walking fridge. I can't just, Warlock Rift or Titan Shield or Hunter Dodge and pretend like everything's gotta be fine. He's going to get hit. You play the game expecting to take damage. Adjust appropriately. As for the weapons, because Halo is famous for its weapons, let's talk about the assault rifle for a second. It has presence. The gun doesn't shoot bullets, it shoots confidence. In Destiny, I'm used to weapons being like, hey, here's your stats, here's your roll, here's your perk synergy. Halo's just like, hey buddy, here's an AR. It goes brr. Become legend. That's not a tall order at all. Then the pistol we get from Keys. It's inconspicuous at first, You pick it up and you think, oh yeah, this is the backup weapon, you know. Everybody needs a backup weapon because switching weapons is faster than reloading. No, fam. Halo's pistol looks you in the eyes and says, I'm the main character. I hit my first headshot and physically felt the timeline shift and things align like God himself kissed the bullet. Destiny has hand cannons. Halo has a hand cannon disguised as a pistol. The thing is basically court-appointed execution if you hit your shots right. What really messes with me the most throughout my entire playthrough is the pacing and the movement. In Destiny, you're fast, you're slippery, you have class abilities, you're basically in a magical parkour blender the entire time. You're constantly looking around the map about where to move and where to go and how to adjust and how to avoid incoming fire. In Halo, particularly CE, Chief moves like a tank that has learned meditation and is using this magical force power to stop bullets, except you find out later he really doesn't. It's just the combat is much slower, even though it's also not. But somehow it works. The corridors are tight, the fights are intense, and you actually have time to process what's happening and break it down methodically. I have never been so lost on a spaceship in my life. This feels like it's the only ship where every hallway looks the same. Pillar of Autumn, more like Pillar of Am I Going the Right Way? I feel like I'll be here all week, unfortunately. Then there are the grunts. I love the grunts. They're like if a small, angry vacuum cleaner was given a plasma pistol and a dream, crossed with a very angry, homicidal toddler who decides to stick his hand in his poopy diaper and throw out a poop grenade, except it is very much not a poop grenade. It is an actual grenade. They run at you, they scream, they panic, they cry, they have funny quips, and they throw grenades like the rent is due. And sometimes you even forget they're dangerous. Except when you run into a pack of them and your health bar turns into a suggestion. Jackals show up with shields. My Destiny brain activates. Oh, a shielded enemy. I know how to do this. I didn't know how to do this at all. Halo's shield guys don't play. They're like, yeah, we have a portable door, and you shall not pass. As the level continues, the vibe changes. This isn't Hero Clear's ship. This is the ship is cooked. And I mean cooked. People are yelling about lifeboats. The Covenant are everywhere. Chief is just calmly walking forward. You know, Master Chief in this game has the emotional range of a spreadsheet. It kind of gets more and less as the games continue, but that's up for debate. But I respect it. You know, the whole time FoeHammer's in my ear, along with another friend that had popped in comms at the time, and they're both like, you know, go this way, here's this neat fact, here's that neat fact, here's that trick, here's this trick, here's this control. And I'm just like, I'm trying. But the level feels like it's a maze designed by somebody who hates joy, and also without the tutorial, because I was in co-op, that made me struggle a lot because I was not used to the controls at all. Then we reach the big moment, getting to the escape pods. Captain Keyes is giving orders. Cortana is doing Cortana things. And the ship is basically one bad day away from being space confetti. We get into the pod, watch the cutscene, and I'm just sitting here thinking, this was the tutorial level? Yeah, that's Halo saying, hey, Blueberry, here's your gun, here's your problem. Good luck. We launch out into space like a sad metal meteor headed straight for a giant ring in the distance. And that's where the level ends. So that was the Pillar of Autumn, my first ever Halo mission. Initial thoughts, the pistol is illegal and should be registered as a weapon of emotional damage. No sprint is terrifying, but kind of freeing, but still kind of terrifying when you're used to it all the time. The Covenant are very disrespectful as enemies. And my friend naming himself FoeHammer is either hilarious or foreshadowing. Next time, we're going to the surface of the ring and playing through the mission the game is named after, or vice versa, depending on how you look at it, Halo. And I have a feeling the game is going to stop being so polite. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and comment below. What was your first Halo moment? And how long did it take you to realize that the pistol is the actual protagonist? Thanks for watching, and remember, grenades aren't weapons, they're surprises.